2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players. To us here in the booth, I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
A look at the West All-Stars starting group. They've got LeBron James, Luka Doncic out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Durant, and it's Davis in at the 5 down low. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Now, here's Doncic. Curry finds Davis. Durant trying to break free. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Curry.
And this game literally has been wide open as it gets.
Yeah, both teams completely neglecting their defensive duties.
And Curry with the clear path to the hoop. All going up court. KD passes to Davis. LeBron with it.
Oh, man.
And that one is hammered home.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another. Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. To the paint. Here's Jokic. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And as usual, neither team really grinding too hard at the defensive end.
And I think that's okay in this event. I mean, I say the more highlights, the better.
Now here is Davis. James right side. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You just have to discipline yourself not to fall for James' pump fake, because as soon as he gets you up in the air, you're done.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
Substitution on the court.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And it's a completely new group for the East All-Stars.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
Here's LeBron.
Assisted by Stephen Curry.
Well, I tell you what, Curry is such a tremendous perimeter shooter. I think his ability to set up teammates and his unselfishness are often underrated.
Poked away. Doncic with the steal. Here's KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Curry passes to James. Doncic against Gobert. And it's slammed in by Davis.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
Davis has gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who is able to talk with Mike Budenholzer.
Now he understands the entertainment aspect of this game. He knows the fans want to show, but you can still detect some seriousness in this voice. He wants to win this game, probably a little bit more than he's willing to let on. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. And here's Young after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Good on the triple.
They are on fire, just in a great groove here early on.
Doncic finds James. Down low. And finished off by KD.
Yeah, you know, it's like the game is in slow motion for LeBron. He sees the entire floor and sees it so well, knows what's coming, and usually always makes the right pass.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And some changes here for the East. Julius Randle's checked in for Gobert, and it's Ben Simmons in for Kawhi Leonard. Young with no one around. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Young's got 6.
You know, Simmons is a platinum-level passer, and he has a really good understanding of when his teammates are open.
Davis, the pass to Curry. James wide open. Drains it from beyond the arc. James has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
In the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent, and when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
Now, here is George. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
And it goes down 2 points. He's got 10.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Curry finds Davis. Young against Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And James throws it down.
Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered it.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. Trailing here by 8. And the East All-Stars with some changes. James Harden comes in for Tatum. And Beal subbed in for Trae Young. Now here's Beal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Here's LeBron. And James throws it down hard.
Are we seeing some high-flying efforts tonight or what?
Are we ever? I mean, they're doing some major damage to those rims.
Simmons against Durant, and Simmons kicks to Harden. Ball's knocked loose. Pushing it up. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. And here are the East All-Stars now. It's a 10-point game. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Jokic, he's checked in for the East. Leonard comes in for George.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
.158 left here in the first quarter. And the pass to Jokic. Now Simmons, 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by James.
Phenomenal work on defense. James using his athleticism to make a statement with that block.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional Mobile One block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Clock is at 3. Jokic. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the...
Oh, man!
I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunked, and that one certainly qualifies.
Knocks it loose. Davis with it. Now Beal defending. Davis dishes to Curry. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Curry's got 5 points so far.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Timeout called. East All-Stars. You look at James, what a contribution.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Jokic. Rudy Gobert comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's James Harden in for Simmons.
You know, everybody knows Harden is lights out from behind the arc, so if you're defending him, you've got to take that away.
James looking it over. This is to Curry. Doncic passes to KD. Shot clock at 6. And that one, good. He's got 10.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the middle. Here's James.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And so it's the West All-Stars. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. With you again on the most entertaining night on the NBA calendar. 1 quarter down and 3 to play in the All-Star game.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action never disappoints.
Tatum out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Harden. Then it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Beal in at the point guard. So that's who the East All-Stars start the second with.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
And, yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
Floats it up for Williamson. Booker the pass to LeBron. Back to Booker. James against Gobert. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
A big group substitution here for the East. Julius Randle's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Embiid. Paul George is checked in for James Harden. And Trae Young subbed in for Bradley Beal. The West also making some changes. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Williamson. Stephen Curry comes in for Booker. And Doncic is subbed in for Lillard.
There aren't many guys that can match LeBron when he's in a really good scoring rhythm. Asserting himself on offense is problems for the defense and good for his team.
And the dunk by LeBron.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And the East All-Stars call time here. And look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
You know, that defense is helpless right now. I mean, he's got their number, and he knows it.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Tatum, that's for two. Good. And Giannis picking up the assist. Tatum's got his second basket of the night.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the West All-Stars.
And out of bounds, the East All-Stars will have it.
All-Stars ball.
And so it's Randle bringing it up now for the East All-Stars. Young finds George to the inside. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
Left side Durant. Doncic dishes to Curry. Out to Doncic. Passes it to LeBron. Doncic outside. Floats it up for Davis. That shot off the mark.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
He lobs it up, and the dunk by James.
When the lob is in the right spot for him, LeBron is never going to miss a chance to do something special throwing it down.
Doncic against Young. Launches it. No good that time. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Pass to James. Doncic outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Curry, and there's the drive.
Curry does not just hurt you from deep. He is a clever finisher on the drive. Lethal at penetrating and finishing.
That's tipped. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And the dunk by LeBron.
You gotta love his hustle. Leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And they're running. Here's James. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
And he goes in for the dunk.
When you play with Luka now, Doncic, he's ready to find you if you're open, so you've got to be ready to receive.
Young outside. To halt the run. They get it back. Antetokounmpo. The drive by Doncic. Kicks to Durant. James up top, guarded by Tatum. Curry deciding where to go with it. Just 5 to shoot. Buries the long-range jumper. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star Week.
Floats it up for James. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Tatum on the wing. Here's the floater. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Tatum's got his third basket of the night. Here's KD, and then Durant with the dunk.
You know, with each season in the league, AD's become more of a facilitator. Actually, he's much more aware of how to make plays for his teammates.
Doncic with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Curry wide open, finds himself wide open and drills it. Curry's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the West All-Stars. Here's Young. He's got 6. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. Floats it up for Doncic. And the rejection by Giannis. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Davis kicks to KD. Davis in the corner. James against George. From 10 feet out, Durant. It's good on the putback.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. You want to be aggressive offensively, but at the same time, you need defensive balance so you can get back in transition.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
And they're moving it up the floor. Here's Giannis. On the wing, George. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists now in this one.
Paul George has such confidence in his three-point shot now. It's almost like he expects them all to go in.
Pass to Durant. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Durant's got 16 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Young passes to Tatum. Sinks the three-pointer. Tatum's got 7 points here in this quarter.
When Tatum is set up now, he's automatic. He wastes no time pulling the trigger.
The pass to KD. Back to Curry. Pass to Doncic. James against Tatum. Out to Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. And James with the basket on the assist by Doncic. James has got 40 points.
Boy, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Tatum wide open, he fires one. Nailed from three-point land.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
And finished off by LeBron.
You know, part of being an outstanding point forward like LeBron is mastering the pick and roll. And trust me when I say it now, he masters the pick and roll.
Here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Tatum, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Doncic kicks to James. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
That is the savvy of LeBron on display. Doesn't just convert, but draws the foul and has the chance to tack another one on his point total.
Kicks it out to Booker. James outside. Pass to Williamson. Back to LeBron. Shoots over Leonard. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the West All-Stars. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll get right back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The West putting on a show in that first half. And that's exactly what the All-Star game is.
One half remaining in the NBA All-Star game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
On the court for the West All-Stars, Durant is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Curry. And it's Davis at the center filling out the middle. LeBron passes to Durant. He's off from 17 feet. Knocked away. He kicks to Davis. LeBron outside. With the drop.
Oh, are you kidding me? Nasty. And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Harden outside. The three. Traps in the tray. Harden's got his second bucket of the night.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Curry with the steal. Lobbed up there for Durant. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
Poke loose. Doncic with the steal. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one will be worth some points in the dunk contest.
Pass to Simmons. Timeout called. East All-Stars.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise!
East with some changes. Gobert checked in for Embiid, and Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Simmons. Jokic against James. Clock at 6, and stolen by James. And now Curry running the floor all by himself.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Harden the pass to Jokic. Back to Harden. They get a hand on it. And Beal kicks to Harden. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 3 assists tonight.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
James finds KD. And KD throws it down.
Easy feasting for KD. I mean, he's been killing them tonight. They just don't have an answer for him.
And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. Pulls up. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Beal's got 5.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Davis in the corner, outside Curry. LeBron outside. Just 5 to shoot. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. Again, the West All-Stars.
And 2 teammates there hooking up on that bucket. Always a little bit of an advantage to have guys out there who know each other.
It sure is. I mean, it eliminates some of that getting to know you feeling out period.
Davis with it. Leonard picks him up. And Durant, here we go.
And, you know, once Durant notices a lane, you're toast. I mean, using his long strides to get inside fast, unstoppable.
Harden against Curry. And here's Leonard from 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 7.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Curry dishes to Doncic. Outside for Curry. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Floats it up for James. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Oh, the alley-oop connection. That's all-star play at its best.
And here's the East. Doncic with it. Now Beal defending. From deep three-point range. Gets a hand on it. Davis on the follow.
Davis for 2.
And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Curry passes to Doncic. Back to Curry. Shoots the 3. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Doncic with the steal. And here they go. Curry kicks to Doncic. Curry against Harden. From outside the arc. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Tipped away. Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Curry dishes to LeBron. Back to Curry. Here's the 3. Buries it from three-point range. Curry's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Curry with the steal. Lets it go from deep. They grab their own miss. LeBron passes to KD. For the 3. And Stephen Curry another 3. Curry's got 12 now in this quarter.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Doncic with the steal, and Curry with the clear path to the hoop. Takes a 3. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Hits it from three-point range.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. And it's a completely new group for the East All-Stars. The West All-Stars also with a sub. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for LeBron. The pass to Young. Knocked loose and stolen by Lillard. Here's Curry with the three. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 5th assist in this one. And so it's Young who brings it up for the East All-Stars. To end the cold streak. And that's 2 points on the layup. Young's got 8 points.
A sneaky score in the lane. Young will give you a steady diet of floaters and off-balance shots that defenders just miss getting a piece of.
Doncic kicks to Lillard. Here's Curry with the three. Drills the three-pointer. Curry's got 37.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Knocked away. Outside Tatum. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. 15 points in the game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hands.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Young passes to George. And the three ball is good.
Nice setup for one of the game's best shooters. Paul George, cash money on the catch and shoot.
Passes it to Curry. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Curry's got 46 points.
Well, he's filling it up right now. Getting the shots he wants and delivering in a big way.
Now Young. 8 points for him. Inside. Loads it up for Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the West All-Stars. He's looking to make history here today. Who knows how many points he'll end up with when it's all said and done. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, we're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star game.
You always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the East All-Stars, Randall out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Tatum. Then it's Simmons. And it's George in the shooting guard position.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Fires for three. It's good from long range. Curry's got 52 points.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
The three from George. Hits the three-point bomb.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. And the NBA dress code introduced back in 2005. Now, player attire straying a bit from business casual. Does that bother you, Greg?
You know, it doesn't bother me because that's where we are as a society. But, man, I can tell you, when I first came in the league, you get fined if you didn't wear dress socks with your shoes. So we have come a long way in terms of the evolution of fashion. And you know what? I'm not one for stopping progress.
And stolen by LeBron. Oh! And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roof.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Doncic against Simmons. Got a piece of it. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And finished off by LeBron.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
James with it. Now defended by Embiid. James against Embiid. Over in the corner, Doncic. Pass to Davis. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Curry. And that one comes up a bit short. And here are the East All-Stars now. It's George on the wing, guarded by Curry. Shoots from 14. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
James, that's a 2-pointer. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars.
Look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Tatum gets the bucket.
You know, with how good Tatum is driving it, I think it's a smart play by Jason to take that shot because the defense is giving him room to do so.
James dishes to Davis. Doncic kicks to Curry. And they get it back. KD draws the double. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
And here are the East All-Stars now. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Well, I think he's the ultimate point forward. Simmons has the skills of a point guard, the size of a 4-man, and is terrific off the bounce.
Doncic with it. Outguarded by Simmons. LeBron against Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Durant finds James. Action coming off the assist from KD.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
That's tipped off his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. So the West ends up going with the new group.
Substitution on the court.
On defense, the West All-Stars. Beal with it, and he commits the intentional foul. The dynamic, Greg, between players and officials is always interesting, with some players saying they think there's a lot of room for improvement. What do you think?
Well, we do see players getting teed up for simply making their case, and really the guys just want to play. So, yeah, you love to see a little bit more harmony out on the floor, and maybe we need to get those 2 groups together in the offseason to break bread and try to smooth over that relationship.
And here's James outside. Cans it from downtown. LeBron's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the 4th for the West All-Stars. Ball's knocked loose. Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Here's James. Again, the West All-Stars. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. And the East with some changes. Antetokounmpo comes in for Jokic. Young is subbed in for Beal. Poked away. Doncic with it. And Young picks him up defensively. And here we go. Durant kicks to James. Pass to Curry. From the arc. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 7th assist here tonight.
no hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Fast breaks yield easy buckets, guys. They've made the most of their chances in that regard. The defense not able to get set. You get a running start to the rim, you should get a good number of scoring chances that way.
A three from Leonard. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the years from Leonard has been incredible, especially his three-point shooting.
Curry outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. And the East with some changes. Julius Randle's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Paul George comes in for Leonard. And it's Ben Simmons in for Young. George against James, and that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Jokic comes in for George. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Ben Simmons. Beal against LeBron, tipped away. Curry with the steal. LeBron passes to Curry. Knocks down the three ball.
Tell you what, it's just one of those nights where Curry finds a rhythm and just keeps on flowing. This show never gets old.
Poke loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. A big group substitution here for the East. Julius Randle's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Jokic. George is checked in for James Harden. And Simmons subbed in for Bradley Beal. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Howard's checked in for Anthony Davis. Sabonis comes in for Kevin Durant. Chris Middleton's checked in for LeBron. And Paul's subbed in for Doncic. And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Howard. Kevin Durant comes in for Sabonis. LeBron's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Chris Paul. Jokic finds Embiid, and that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. And some changes here for the East. .153 left in the fourth quarter. And it's Antetokounmpo.
Big time throwdown with flavor.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Doncic kicks to KD. Takes the three. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Curry.
Never a bad idea to set up LeBron. I mean, running offense for the King normally works out pretty good for you.
They get a hand on it. Doncic with the steal. LeBron James on the wing. Outside Curry. Launches a three, and he's good on the three ball.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Durant for three. A three-pointer is right on target. KD's got 29 in the game.
Those long arms of Durant helping on the break there. KD still got it all started there.
Curry on the wing. From downtown, trains the three-pointer.
Boy, you gotta love that assist by LeBron.
It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
Leonard on the wing. Shoots over KD.
Davis's anticipation and timing. So good at the defensive end. This guy is a shot-blocking machine.
Drills it from outside.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And Curry making his presence felt on D with the steal leading to the break. He finds ways to impact games with far more than just his shooting.
Knocks it loose. Doncic with it. Outguarded by Simmons. Durant, the pass to LeBron. That's good, and it's KD with the assist.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
Randall finds George. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Really nice look. Stroke on James's shot from out at the arc. He can make the three-point shot look so easy, just like he does every other part of the game.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong, but tonight the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone.